First of all, you could be coming up against two of your Manchester United teammates on Thursday, Christian Eriksen and Rasmus Hoijlund. Can you just tell us a little bit about what they're like as teammates and what would it be like to play against them? And also the incredible journey that Christian Eriksen has been on over the past 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, they're both great teammates to me. Obviously, me and Rasmus are quite young, so we're quite close in the team. Always around him and stuff. And then Christian, I've learned a lot from him. Watching him last season when I wasn't playing so much and learning, trying to pick up things from his game as well. And then obviously the great journey he's been on since the last Euros has been amazing. Being able to be around him so close, he's such a good player. But yeah, if I'm to play on Thursday, I'll have to put all that to the side and compete against them and hopefully get the win.
I was reading that Wayne Rooney said that you should be starting in midfield for England, especially in the knockout games. He said you are a more solid option than the other players that the manager could pick to play alongside Declan Rice. How much of a solid option do you think you are? And how ready are you if you're called upon to start?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always ready to play, whether that's off the bench or starting. But obviously there's other great midfielders in the squad, as we know, in the Premier League and also in the league like Jude. So I'm just trying to train hard and be ready when I'm chosen upon.
I just want to ask you about Jude as well. He's obviously the man of the moment. What is he like to train with, and what is he like as a teammate? And also, he's one of the favourites to win the Ballon d'Or this year. Do you think it's just a matter of time before he wins it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone knows how great of a player he is. I mean, you see it every day in training here, and he's such a nice guy as well. And to train with him is really good. He's demanding. You know, he has high standards that he sets and expects. So to play with him and be around him is great, obviously, and things he's done at Real Madrid, and it's rightly so that he's a contender for the Ballon d'Or.
Go Alex Howe next, then James, and then go back to Alex.
Hi, Kobbie. At the beginning of the season, you played in pre-season against Arsenal, and then you got injured in the second game against Real Madrid. You've had such an amazing breakthrough season, but were you worried it wasn't going to come for you then, as you didn't play until November?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough one to take, the injury against Real Madrid, and took me a day or two for it to sink in that it had happened, and then after that it was just focusing on getting back and trusting the process, trusting the medical team that they'd get me back and I'd be in better shape and in a better position when I come back. So it's just all about patience and timing, really.
What did the manager say to you during that time? What was it waiting like, knowing you're going to have the breakthrough season, probably the most important of your career?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what the season would look like when I came back. I mean, when I did come back into training, I played a few games with the under-21s. And yeah, I'm just glad he had the belief with me, and grateful he had the belief in me to put me in against Everton.
And finally, we found out that the England players are drinking pickle juice to battle cramp. Have you tried it yourself?
No, I've not tried pickle. I've not even seen that. But I didn't even know that was a cramp fix. Maybe I'll have to try it. But no, I've not done it yet.
James Ollie. Yes.
Hi, Kobbie. You're talking about obviously Erik ten Hag there. Just wanted to get your reaction to him staying at Manchester United, because obviously that was a bit uncertain when you left to join up with the England squad.
Yeah, obviously happy to be building with him. I mean, he's already got 2 trophies. Hopefully there's more to come. And yeah, it's nice to have that peace of mind that we know what manager we're going back to in the new season.
Do you feel you probably wouldn't be sitting there now with England part of the Euro 2024 squad if it wasn't for him?
Yeah, I'm so grateful for him that he put so much trust in me and believed in me to play in the team. And yeah, I can't thank him enough.
And also, it was reported earlier this year that the Ghanaian FA tried to convince you to play for Ghana. Was that true, and was it close? Were you tempted?
Obviously, proud of my Ghanaian heritage, and there was speculations and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's always been a dream to play for England, so I'm happy to be here.
So that was never sort of a serious option for you, I guess?
Considered, but I wanted to play for England.
Thank you.
That's Henry Winter. Hi, Kobbie. There was a moment in the Brentford game when you had Ivan Toney to your left and Johan Wissa to your right, and you had what looked like half of Brentford's midfield behind you. And Nana had the ball and he rolled it out and you just took it on the half turn. Have you always had that fearlessness? Was there anyone that you learnt from or looked at who played that position?
I mean, growing up, I always looked up to attackers because I was an attacker. You know, I was a striker for most of my academy days, and so I love being on the ball. And I don't know, maybe playing futsal, I was just always comfortable taking it in tight areas and like to turn and go forward with it.
So you had a background in futsal. That was a
Yeah.
right. Presumably playing locally and
Yeah, just
Yeah.
locally.
thank you.
Okay, over the next, use one of these microphones as well. Pass the microphone. And then Ewan will come to you yourself then. Yeah.
So, Kasper Pagh from Danish media, Bold. Kobbie, you earlier said, now you already talked about Christian Eriksen and Rasmus Hoijlund. You earlier said that Rasmus Hoijlund is one of your guys. Have you been texting to him before this game and during the Euros?
No, I've not spoke to him recently, but I'll probably leave that for after the game. You know, focused on what's going on here, and then maybe after the game I'll speak to him.
Could he be a guy that would send you a message before a game?
Maybe I don't know. I've not played against him before, so we'll see.
And how good friends are you playing together in Manchester United?
Yeah, really good friends. I mean, it's good to have them relationships on the pitch, and obviously build them off the pitch and around the training ground. So yeah, it's good to have them around.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just down to Ewan in the middle of the black shirt, and then Faye.
Hi, mate. Jude Bellingham described Rice as one of the best players in the world in his position after the game the other day. I'm just wondering what it's been like to play alongside him in your early senior international career. What's your relationship like with him on and off the pitch as well?
Yeah, Deck, he's such a good player, so reliable. I mean, he's so good on the ball and dominant in the midfield. So when I did get to play against him, it's always a joy, you know, to have someone so strong on the ball next to you, and you can always trust him no matter where you are on the pitch.
Also, is it kind of a testament to how good he is that people would stop talking about his transfer fee pretty much immediately into last season?
Yeah, I mean, you think everyone knows he's worth every penny. He's such a good player, and he's proved that in the Prem and also on the international level.
And also, just how easy it is to play alongside someone like that, who's such an all-rounder, can drive forward with the ball, can defend, he's making interceptions, all that kind of stuff. How easy is it to play alongside someone like that?
Yeah, it frees me up a lot and allows me to also go forward and attack, because I always know I can trust him there, and then when he goes, I can sit for him as well. So it's a dream.
Cheers.
Okay, Faye Rovers.
Hi, Kobbie. Nice to see you. I'm wondering how the intensity of the game, did it surprise you, or were you expecting it against Serbia the other night? And what instructions Gareth Southgate gave you when you came on?
Yeah, no, I expected the intensity. The atmosphere as well was great that night, and from the England fans and from the Serbian fans as well. But it was just more to see out the game, and yeah, the first game's one of the most important, and so to just see that out is just the best start we can have.
We saw you all out on a bike ride yesterday, and a lot's been made about the bonding that you need to do, because a lot of these players, yourself included, haven't been part of the senior squad before. How is the bonding going?
No, really good. It's such a good squad and gelled so well, and they've all been very welcoming to me and also the other new guys as well. So couldn't have been any better.
Just finally, ahead of Denmark, if you do get to start or come on again as a substitute, what are you expecting, particularly from that Danish midfield?
Very technical, like Christian Eriksen, so they'll be good on the ball, and yeah, we can't underestimate how good they will be.
Thanks, Faye. Pierre.
Hello, I'm Pierre from newspaper L'Équipe, French newspaper. I have two questions about Phil Foden. The first one is that you're coming from Stockport, the same town as him. So is it something you talk about with him? Because it's quite uncommon that two great players come from the same place, actually.
You say Foden?
Yeah.
In fact, I think it was yesterday we were talking about, we were naming all the local teams that we both used to play against and for, and it was with Cole Palmer as well, because he's from a similar area. So yes, we were talking about all our grassroots sides and stuff. It's nice to have someone who's near to where I live here.
Perfect. And Anthony Gordon recently said about Foden that in training is out of the world. Is very impressive. Do you have the same impression that in training Foden is technically very good?
Yeah, I mean, on the ball, his first touch is crazy. He's so technical, and I mean, I think everyone sees that in the Prem and then on the international level as well.
Just to Mark Van Bryans, and then we'll go towards the back.
Hi, Kobbie. Well done at the darts, even though it's quite lucky. You said to Henry there about that you played as a forward. I just wondered, therefore, which players did you look up to that played in that position?
Obviously, growing up a United fan, Rooney. And then it wasn't so much just strikers as well, because I always loved Ronaldinho. Used to watch him on YouTube a lot growing up. And yeah, mostly United players, to be honest.
Have you had any interactions with Wayne at all?
No, not in person. I've not spoken to him before. No.
But then when he says something like he said about you wanting to play, and you looked up to him when you did, that must be quite nice. Even made that even more important.
Yeah, 100%. I always appreciate it coming from a legend of football and of the club that I play for. So yeah, it's always amazing to receive compliments like that.
Thanks, Mark. If you pass them up, that's Paul Byrne at the back. Thank you.
Hi, Paul Byrne, the Daily Mirror. UEFA have launched an investigation to alleged discrimination chanting at the match on Sunday. I just wonder whether yourselves or the players were aware of any such incidents or whether you've discussed it since.
No, I've not. I only heard about it on the way over, but as it's an ongoing investigation, I'll leave it to UEFA to decide whatever's going on with it.
Okay. Also, obviously, momentum builds in the tournament. Kick-off tomorrow at 6 o'clock here, 5 o'clock home. A lot of people finishing work early to watch the game. Any message for all the millions of TV viewers who'll be watching at home?
All the support is appreciated. I mean, especially because we feel it most in the stadium. It was amazing against Serbia, so I just hope everyone tunes in and supports us.
Great. Any further questions in this section? Just give us Kieran here. And then we'll move on to Embargo. Thank you.
Hi, Kieran Canning from AFP. You've mentioned there a couple of times about being a striker when you were younger. How did that sort of process then turn into you becoming a midfielder? Was there a particular coach that saw something in you that you could play a bit deeper in the pitch, and how did you find that sort of adjustment?
It was more because I was getting a bit frustrated playing striker. I wasn't getting the ball a lot, and I love to have the ball. So I think it was more natural for me to move back. I played 10 for a bit. I played on the wing, and then more recently started to play centre mid, and I love it.